world, anything goes. Devil is a lie, looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the things in my mind. I'm talking real peace of mind. That's something money can't buy.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy King Marcel, and I'm back with another video. So today is the beginning of a new chapter here on the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to come with my own original content, and these are just a bunch of TikToks that I feel like everybody needs to know before it's too late. Make sure you guys like and subscribe up and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. But this is just a compilation of videos that I put together myself that I really think that you all really need to know. We need to be informed and share information, and I really hope that this is the beginning of a conversation that we can have here on this channel. So let's get right into this.
Imagine supporting this company with that name and then finding out it was all taken from you, and part of the millions of acres of farmland we lost was due to this exact reason.
Yep.
Imagine the amount of money we spend to keep the masters rich.
Stay with it. Let's stay with it. They own that boy head. He couldn't believe that was happening.
Look, see, all I'm saying is, like, this is information that has been circulating for a long time. All right, this is a tweet that was made a year ago. All right, this is stuff that is already out there. You can go on X yourself right now and go find this tweet. It's not something that was just edited and thrown online. This person, Maggie 6G, is real. All right, she clearly has connections to the service industry, and especially the service industry that operates in those particular parts of New York City. All right, I myself used to work in Times Square, Hell's Kitchen, Lower East Side, you know what I mean, the Village. I used to work in the financial district. I used to work in some areas in New York City with people who had this type of money and this type of, like, you know, mystique around the behavior that they did. Okay, when you work in those industries, when you work for these establishments, you also have to sign NDAs.
Yes, you do.
Are subject to legal action if you share the details of what goes on at these places. All right, so jokes like these, things that get tweeted out and everything like that, they become kind of like commonplace, because if you work around these people long enough, you know what they're up to. All right, why would she send a tweet saying Drake, you know, staying at the Mark? Do you think he's having a caviar baked potato at Caspia? Woof woof Drakey poo. What does woof woof Drakey poo have to do with a baked potato? You know what I mean?
And that's a question that we really do gotta ask ourselves. What does that have to do with a potato? I want you guys to think about the stuff that's been coming out about trafficking and trafficking, that they use code words like pizza and hot dogs and walnut sauce. These are terms that, unfortunately, we have to start understanding are code words for these people, because this is a very big problem that we are dealing with. This trafficking, these children trafficking, you know what I'm saying? We have to really understand that it's going on a very deep level by a lot of high ups, to the point where she threw that code word out there, like exposed them, and none of us would, like, we probably thought that this girl was losing her mind, but the whole time she was exposing something that we damn near all needed to know about this man. So I just hope that this starts raising you guys awareness, because literally from what I'm picking up, the caviar baked potato is dog doo-doo. What? And now that all of this stuff is coming out, they want us to believe that video isn't real and isn't legit, but we're gonna see soon.
That's clearly not food. That's clearly not just like something he ordered and eats and is very popular. I don't know if you can, I mean, maybe
caviar baked potato.
I don't see an Instagram picture with this. You know what I mean? Of what the baked potato looks like. This is obviously a code. All right. This is something that you see a lot, okay?
Yeah.
When you spend time in this industry around people like this, all right? And that's all I'm saying is like there's a lot of fire around this smoke, all right?
A lot of fire.
May I please have my passport to read to the sheriff?
They're not going to give it back to you until...
They're not going to give it back to me. So you're telling me the Highway Patrol in Wyoming has stole my private property? Is that what you guys are telling me?
You can claim.
No, it's not a claim, sir. That's another
Right,
matter of
literally,
fact.
how's that a claim?
Does that passport belong to any of you? Does that passport belong to any of you? The answer is no. And if you're not giving that back to me, which is my said possession, what is that called? What's that called? As LEOs, you should know what that's.
Let me know.
That's called theft. So,
And
young man,
we really have to start understanding that. Understanding a normal situation, if they wanted this man out the car, they would have asked him a couple times and took him up out that car. But why aren't they just taking him out the car? These are questions we gotta ask. They're holding his passport hostage and asking him to get out of the car. Why? It's because they need that jurisdiction over him that they don't have. See, when you guys hand over your licenses and your registration, you are giving them jurisdiction over you. And I know this is a weird topic, but again, I don't want you guys to let this crown fool you. I'm not just wearing it for no reason. I'm a sovereign. And it sounds like to me that this man is one as well, that he learned what's really going on here. And that these so-called police officers, they work for the IRS. It's a big scheme that's going on, that's being uncovered, and I hope you all are starting to become wise to it. I hope and pray that you all are authenticating your birth certificates and moving in a manner that you can move in this facet with these folks, because it's all illegal what's being done. Just keep paying attention.
may I have my passport, please, to read to the sheriff?
Okay, the only way you're getting your passport is once you step out of this vehicle.
Why do you want me out of this vehicle so bad, you guys?
Because it gives them
Because there's
jurisdiction.
state law, case law, Pennsylvania versus...
Case law is not law.
No, it's not.
That's where you're wrong again.
It's
Case
not
law ain't
law.
law.
Okay. We're
Not even close.
not-
What you guys need to do is understand that I am correct. You have no authority
Yes.
over me. None. I don't have to get out of this private automobile.
Nope.
I don't have to obey your corporate bylaw speed limits.
Not at all.
Okay, let me just explain this to you. You're not leaving here until you step out of the vehicle.
Then I ain't leaving.
Like what we talking about?
I am not going anywhere. And your threats don't mean jack.
And if he said that again, why they ain't then now snatching him up out that car? Because they don't have jurisdiction over him. He has not listened to anything that they have said, because if he does, that gives them jurisdiction. But he knows that, and that's why he refuses to give them anything. So if they do end up taking them, which they seem thirsty enough to do anyway, he's going to sue their entire department. I would love to see how this turned out.
To me, bud.
Well, it's not a threat.
It's the hell if it ain't. You're threatening me to get out of this vehicle so you can try to kidnap me.
Let's go check
Meanwhile,
out these
you've
people's
stolen my
TikToks
property,
too.
And he can't even admit that.
It's the property of the United States government, actually, sir. It's
My
No, it's
passport?
not.
No,
Yes,
it's
sir.
not.
What is possession?
And the reason why he says that is because he wants him to slip up somewhere. Now, your ID, your state ID, that is property of the United States government. Your registration, that is property of the United States government, but not your passport. And that's what we all have to be looking into, is moving with our passports and as nationalists and as sovereigns in that type of capacity, and authenticate your birth certificate so that you can stand on your own 2 feet and tell the state that you don't need their assistance running your life, because that essentially is what your birth certificate does. I hope you guys are becoming aware to this.
It is property.
What is possession,
I'm not
sir?
going to argue with you, sir.
I know you can argue with me because you don't know the law.
Exactly.
Possession is 9/10 of it, correct?
All I said was...
Huh?
All I said... When I stopped you, I didn't say you're getting a ticket. I never said you're getting a ticket. I just want you to step out so we can talk face to face.
We are talking face to face.
Out of your vehicle.
No, I'm not getting out of my private automobile. This ain't a vehicle.
Exactly.
Okay?
What is it then?
It's a
Private automobile
Actually, Congress passed a law July 8th of
of
this
last year.
that nobody in the United States needs a driver license unless they're dealing in
Exactly.
commerce.
And dealing in commerce is running a business. If you're not in a tractor trailer, truck trailer, if you're not door dashing or anything like that, you do not need a license in the United States. Just make sure you have your passport on you so that they don't try any BS with you. But as far as having a license, something that gives them jurisdiction over you, you do not need to have that.
All been informed of that?
I missed that one.
Well, of course,
I bet you
because you
did.
guys are revenuers for a foreign corporation running under statutes and codes.
Yep.
None of you have ever studied the law. So just admit that you don't have authority over me, hand me my passport, and say I'm sorry for impeding your travel.
What do I need to give you?
These people are crazy, man.
You need to see this. When this famous rapper named Conan and his duo partner named Crap were signing their first record deal in the music industry to go big, the lawyer he was with was almost demanding them to sign the contract. Here, check this out.
The lawyer's like, sign it. Don't matter what it is, just sign it, because they're not signing no one. Just take the check, take the money, just sign it. Like, it was a bit pressure-ish, and I'm like, why is he like pressuring me like that? Like, I didn't
Anybody
really
telling you
like
do
that.
shit without reading it, don't trust it.
Never
Rip
shared
that shit
before,
up and throw it
this
out the
is where it's
window.
very disturbing that for it to be a coincidence is pretty low.
I remember speaking to my old manager, right? And no, if I'm lying, I'm flying. He's phoned me. We're in the studio, and I put him on loudspeaker. Old manager, and he's like, yeah, like, what are you lot thinking about the deal? We're like, yeah, we want to sign it, but we want to wait and see what happens. And like, on God Shams, yeah, his voice changed in like a demon's voice. Sign the deal. Sign it now. Sign it. Sign it. I got so shook, I threw my phone on the floor.
Now that is just crazy. And after this happened, he said that the old manager acted like nothing happened at all.
A gremlin. And all he kept saying is, sign the deal, sign the deal, sign the deal. And I'm like, what the? Like, I dropped the phone and stepped back like this.
After all this, they still ended up signing the deal.
Ended up signing the deal anyway, but I was like,
Like, why would you sign that deal? You
You
saying that you, like, am I tripping? Am I tripping, y'all? If you saying that this man starts sounding like a demon to the point you decide I'ma drop the phone because that just scared the shit out of me, you signing a deal with somebody that is moving like a demon? That's damn near a demon? Like, what we talking about? But the things people do for money.
The vibes in this video are just off after the deal got done. See for yourself.
Yeah, see, I'm glad you brought this up because I was going to talk about the Vanity Fair article next. You know, I mean, this place, this hotel, already has a reputation for allowing a rich elite types come in there and do exactly what they want and get away with it. The owner has literally
This goes
said
on
discretion
all
is
over
our
America,
number
all over the
one
world.
asset. All right. It's not an accident that this hotel was in the same black book that had all of Jeffrey Epstein's information in it. All right. It's not an accident. Okay. The owner and him have personal ties. Okay. The manager of the hotel right now has a LinkedIn that is connected to OnlyFans models and people who
Like, what we
engage
talking about?
in sex work. Like, this is all real. Okay. This same hotel was in a lawsuit for underage drinking more than once. Okay. There's a lot of smoke around this fire.
Yeah.
Okay. It's deeper than rap. It's bigger than just, we hate Drake. It's not it's not about
Exactly.
that.
It's about the peoples that are enabling Drake. It's the people that's enabling all of the trafficking and the children trafficking, and you know what I'm saying? Like, who is doing this? And it's a select group of people that's doing it that don't want to be called out. They don't want us to say that they are the ones in charge, because as soon as you do, you are labeled as an anti-Semitic. But it's this group of people who are into bestiality and because they are serving the devil. Like, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. They're serving the devil. And it's like, while we we try to blur that line when they obviously behind closed doors don't blur that line at all. They are living their truths. They are being the most degenerate type of people on earth. And again, it's not just those people. We investigating people like Diddy, R. Kelly, all of these people who are complicit in the devil worshiping, because this is what this is all going back to. But until we open our eyes and decide that we gonna have this conversation with each other and stop bringing race and things into it and really understand the things that's going on, these same evils are going to be perpetuated until the end of time. These things were going on for thousands of years, and that we thought that we put it away, that we became civilized. But this has always going on. It's never stopped. We just turned a blind eye, just like the people when it was going on in the ancient times did. But are we going to still be complicit? I don't think so.
I want to ignore it because you mad because I mean we uncovering some shit that your boy is involved in. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
Everyone just forget that the reason why the Claremont twins went to jail wasn't just because they stole a dead man's card.
Nope, that's not why.
They got caught.
Yeah, doing
because
what?
They used that dead man's card to register on a
bestiality
website.
Yeah.
They were not only doing
incest.
They were also doing the whoop-de-whoop
yeah.
animals. Why do y'all keep letting these things fly? Like
exactly.
These got
the media, they only talk about these things in fragments. They don't say the whole thing, and it's like, why do you all think that is? They never wanted this stuff to come out. They never wanted us to know that they were sacrificing people still, that they're still. Oh my goodness gracious. The things that we are choosing to overlook is mind-boggling. But it's like, I really hope that with this channel we can start having these conversations and start asking the question of what we gonna do. What are we gonna do about it?
I controlling them.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But this was a clip from then Tucker Carlson when he worked at Fox, and he was talking about the diary.
Well, it's prima facie shocking. I mean, fathers don't shower with their daughters at an age at which they remember it, of course. In your reporting, did you see any potential, and I know this wasn't the focus of your piece, but potential crime that would justify a pre-dawn knock raid by the FBI?
Yeah, this was an area that we covered in our reporting. We really wanted to find out, how did the diary get from where it was to to being published online. And it was left by Ashley in a house that she stayed in for a while after she came out of rehab. And then the next person who came to that house found the diary under the bed. And they're not actually being investigated by the FBI for stealing it. They're being investigated for selling it. So I don't know if that justifies a dawn raid on the people who got hold of the diary, who bought it from them. But the person who found it, she is being investigated for selling it. That's the alleged crime that the FBI are looking into.
Yeah, which is not a federal crime.
That's not a federal crime at all.
Of the Daily Mail. Great to see you tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we're going to recap a lot of what you just heard. This has been out there for a while. It should have been the focus of a lot more attention than it has been. We hope to change that. So here, once again, are the words from Ashley Biden's diary. Quote, "I have always been boy crazy," she wrote, "hypersexualized at a young age. I remember somewhat being sexualized with a family member. I remember having sex with friends at a young age. Showers with my dad, probably not appropriate."
Oh my goodness gracious, Lord have mercy.
And that's from the Daily Mail. So the Daily Mail confirmed that this is real too.
Exactly. It was all confirmed, and it just went over everyone's head. No one be caring, and it's like, man, we gotta care at some point.
I wasn't
man.
really in tune with the story as much. I knew about the diary, but I can't lie to you, I didn't know whether it was true or not. So you're watching a real live reaction of somebody that just found this out. It's just like, whoa, let me report on this. Because why would the Biden DOJ be going after somebody if the story wasn't true?
Exactly.
They're going after Amy Harris. They're going after
everybody. who has
selling
something
the
to say,
story to,
anything about them.
James O'Keefe.
They found fucking. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying not to curse so much, but they found cocaine in the fucking White House. Like, what we talking about? This stuff is being found out. The stuff on Biden's son's laptop. How many things are we going to let go past? But then we gonna keep letting them do these BS investigations on Trump, and how they just had Trump found guilty on all of those charges when he's finna just go and appeal it at court, and it's all gonna go away. And it's just so that the media can say he's a felon all the way up into the election to brainwash you all into voting for Biden again. And if you all, oh my goodness gracious. They are trafficking the music industry, Hollywood, all of them. They're trafficking. We have to do something. Like, we can't go over it no more. We can't act oblivious to it. Let's just continue, man. I just really hope this shit's sinking in, man.
The story was published by the Daily Mail.
How many videos
So the
they gotta
story's
get
true.
made?
Everything that's written here was from Ashley Biden.
Yes.
Context of her struggle with sexual compulsiveness in later life. And she attributes those compulsions to the fact that her father took showers with her in a way that was, quote, not appropriate. Now, we have no reason to doubt that what she wrote is true. She did not write this for public consumption. She wrote it in a diary that, as you just heard, she accidentally left behind in a halfway house in Palm Beach, Florida in June of 2020
Exactly.
during the presidential race. The woman who took the room that she left, a single mother, found that diary under the bed.
Yes.
Now, if you are the father of daughters,
And it's like, did she leave it there as like a cry for help? Hoping someone, you know what I'm saying, found it and released it?
yourself, is there
Goodness
any
gracious.
explanation for that behavior that is justifiable? And there's not.
It's not.
It's sick and it's horrifying. Now, Ashley Biden doesn't say how old she was at the time
Exactly.
she showered with her father, but obviously she was old enough to remember doing it. By the way, little kids don't take showers, they take baths. Inappropriate showering with your own daughter? If that's not child molestation, it is definitely
Then what-
close enough
exactly.
to
Like, what we
justify a
talking about?
police visit.
What are we
But the
talking
police have
about?
not visited Joe Biden. They're not investigating this.
They don't investigate
I
him
won't
on
say
shit.
too much of this once again.
Oh, none
I
of
don't
the
wanna get in
charges. They ain't
trouble.
even
I don't
asked him
know
about
what
the
I can
fucking
and
crack
can't
being
share.
in the motherfucking
But
White House.
Once again, go to the locals. I'm not trying to get banned off YouTube, but one thing I will say is that I will keep talking about this, and I think once again, it's just something that I brought forth. Why would the Biden DOJ now be going after Amy Harris, who leaked out and sold the story to James O'Keefe, and James O'Keefe then confirmed, and then the Daily Mail confirmed, and then Fox News allowed this to be aired?
Exactly.
Very interesting. Now,
Well, if it was
does
all
anybody
lies
care?
and it's
Would
all
anybody
fabricated.
care? I know people like.
I
I
care.
spent the whole day. You want to know what I spent the whole this was in 2022. This was before this is before Fox News fired Tucker Carlson. So all I'm saying is this. They spend all day speaking about Donald Trump,
Exactly.
found liable for for rape. Let's not use the R word here.
Yep.
Found liable for all these things. They focus on Trump all day, but they never report the story. The
At all.
laptop story was then told. They told us that it was.
Oh, they are. Yeah, they ain't want to go into that part, right?
There's a part that Hollywood has completely lost their minds. Do you know why movies in America went to Hollywood? Do you know the story behind why we make movies in Hollywood in the 20s? Do you know how this
Nobody
happened?
would hire the Jews, so the Jews went out and made Hollywood.
But where did they escape from? Where did they leave, and who dictated the rules? Do you know who dictated the rules of Hollywood and movie making?
Who?
A guy named Thomas Edison from Jersey. They left Jersey because Thomas Edison had all these guidelines of making stuff that you had to do. You had to go through this, you had to go through that. They controlled all of it. You can type in Thomas Edison, 1920 Jersey, Hollywood leaving, you'll see the article. So they go to Hollywood.
Edison, like the light bulb?
Like the Edison. Yes, Edison.
Yes.
So
Did you
Edison,
find it? Did you find the article, Edison?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah. So Edison, the light bulb Edison guy, forces the creatives. Are like, dude, let me alone. Let me just go make what I want to make. Why are you doing this to me? Let's go find this one city called Hollywood. They go to Hollywood. In 1920, 95% of all motion picture movies were made in Hollywood. They gave the double to Jersey and to Edison. They go to Hollywood. They make the movies today.
Yep.
Wow. Thomas Edison drove the film industry to Hollywood.
Wow.
They left him. So here's what's crazy. From 95% of motion pictures being built in Hollywood to now 50%, 55%.
And why do you guys think they didn't want to follow the guidelines? This specific people over and over again, and again, we're not talking about every single last Jewish person. We're not. But a lie has been told on this earth about who the true Jews are. And this group who has under the name of being Jewish, they don't even call themselves Jews. They call themselves Jewish because they know they aren't the true Jews. They hide under their name and they do all type of abominations under it and trick their own people, make their own people call themselves Jewish and make them follow the customs of the real Jews. But behind closed doors, this specific group of people aren't doing it, aren't Judas in any facet other than when it comes to Satanism. And we have to call that spade out. We have to understand what's happening. And if people who want to still try to benefit from this system, then I say, fuck you too. If you don't care how you got what you got, and you want this shit to be prolonged and all these rituals to keep going on, you a lot of self-reflecting is finna have to be done. And people, man, lines are being drawn. What side are we gonna stand on?
All right, so I just wanted to document the continuing microwave pulses that we are getting hit with every day. And I'm noticing they are ramping up.
Yeah.
On the 16th, they started at 9:11 at night until 9:11 in the morning. You see the pulse going from the east to the west coast. All right, boom, you see that? Those are NexRad stations. Each of those towers are 750 kilowatts.
That is not natural.
2.7 to
it's not natural at all.
The microwave range. This is roughly the same frequency as your microwave oven.
Yes.
And it has the same cause and effect relationship.
That's what is happening to us.
12 hours long that they held this pulse while we slept. And look at all the other anomalies that are happening here on the screen. Look at what's going on in Texas. All right, you see that big
Oh my
blast?
goodness gracious.
Looks like a giant laser, doesn't it? Boom, see that? Then it gets obscured by the towers. Now they can add the Doppler towers with.
Good God.
NexRad has like 159. Doppler has 160. Now you can consider the HARP stations.
Exactly.
There's 33 of those, but they don't show up on this satellite. This covers the microwave range. This is a NexRad. All right. Now here's where it gets worse. On the 17th, the next day, here you go. Starts at 8:11 and goes until 9:11 in the morning. So they increased it another hour each day.
Oh my goodness.
So this is 13 hours we're getting hit with these frequencies. All right. You go to the 18th. They start at 7:11 at night, going till 9:11 in the morning, increasing it to 14 hours.
Oh my God.
If you feel like hell, this is a really good reason. Look at this, man. This is insane. All across the country. Look at these. Watch these towers and these stations. This is not weather. This is not
It's
rain.
not weather.
The light. Look, oh, would you see that huge burst coming out of Nevada? Hang on, we're gonna stop it there. Boom. Did you see that? Let's back it up here. Stop it and back it up.
What
What
is
the
that?
hell's going on in Nevada, folks? Do you see this? This is insane.
This is insane. Literally.
All right, now when you see the pulse subside, all right, see that? What is left? We're still picking up microwave radiation. These are your fifth generation network stations that are all lighting up together.
Oh my goodness.
So you see how much radiation that is on its own? All right. Now we'll kick in.
Oh, it's like it's passing it along. It's like the 5G towers is what's passing this signal on and amplifying it over and over again. A pulsation for fucking 12 hours, for 13 hours, 14 hours. They're blasting us with microwaves, literally putting us in a fucking, making the United States a microwave. I really hope you guys are understanding the science of what he's saying, but to put it in a nutshell, that is what he's saying. They turned us into a fucking microwave and we are the food that's inside of it. We have to do something or we are going to die. It's as simple as that. We can keep trying to ignore what these people are doing. We can keep not wanting to call them out. We can keep bickering with each other over race and politics and all of this stupid ass shit. But look at what's happening. This is not normal. How many more things have to, like, come on, y'all cannot, like, hold on. Y'all cannot look at that. That's radiation pulsating. Like we can't keep acting delusional.
All right.
We can't.
You see that? How it's radiating from the central points? Those are towers. Those are stations.
Oh my goodness.
This is not a natural anomaly.
It's not natural.
And regardless of what excuse they give us for doing this,
exactly.
Cause and effect relationship of being radiated with
literally.
This frequency causes serious damage.
Yes, it does.
This scientific study here, PMC 7309322, if you want to look it up yourself.
I don't know. You guys been having headaches? I have.
Governmental, scientific,
body
National
feeling weird.
Library of Medicine.
We got to do detoxes. I've asked everybody to do a heavy metal detox, and he's finna explain why.
Biotechnological information. There you go. Could microwave irradiation cause misfolding of peptides?
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yes, I can.
All right.
Oh my
Microwaves have been experimentally shown to affect the folding dynamics of peptides and protein. Do you understand the significance of this? This is the core of what causes neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's.
They're frying our brains.
Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, as well as certain cancer types. This is insane. This is a scientific proof of the cause and effect relationship of what this is doing. Okay? It causes cancer. This affects the hydrogen molecule. It breaks the van der Waals bonds, which is a weak electromagnetic field that holds the double strand helix together on your DNA.
Which is our RNA. And I want you guys to know something. Remember when they were saying that COVID, right? The COVID vaccine, right? They said, oh no, it doesn't target DNA. But when you read the papers, it tell you, yeah, it don't target DNA, but it targets RNA. But RNA is the electromagnetic field that creates DNA. So, and thus that is a lie, but it's a very technical lie that they are telling. Your RNA creates the DNA. Your RNA is damn near more important than the DNA because the DNA comes from the RNA, which is this electromagnetic field within all of our bodies that he is talking about. And y'all see what's that pulse that's going over. This is an electromagnetic field that looks like it's being used to disrupt ours, in order to drop our RNA so that they can manipulate the DNA. We have to understand this science, at least on a basic level, so that we can counteract these things. Oh my goodness. The people who got the vaccine. The only thing that I could say is I pray you all do a detox. Heavy metal detox. We all have to do a heavy metal detox. Because on top of all of this going on, they've been dumping stuff in the atmosphere. They've been dumping metals in the atmosphere. They've been emitting it now. The chemtrails. Dumping literal flakes of metals in the atmosphere for years. This is low-key been going on for decades. We've been breathing in this metal. I'm gonna point out an example to you all in a second.
Right. When you break your DNA, you get all kinds of problems, all kinds of failures.
Yes.
Cancer can be one of them. Neurodegenerative disorders, other. CJD, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. It's also called mad cow.
Mad cow disease.
Do a search, you'll find there's a lot of
Yeah. And it's not from cows.
cows are innocent. Okay. The other thing we need to talk about here is this creates massive electromagnetic fields.
Exactly.
Right? If you took any of the injections or the medications that contain any magnetite nanoparticles, such as hydroxychloroquine, you could be affected by this. This can cause what they call self-assembly.
Yes.
Which is a fancy word of making the magnets stick together.
Exactly.
Okay? When they get into your bloodstream, they will eventually stick together because they're magnets. But this will force them together with a magnetic field. And this can be used clotting or stroking agent.
I don't know if you all have seen that movie, Sudden Death, Suddenly Dead. That's the name of it, Suddenly Dead, where literally all of the morticians, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the people who work at the morgue, morticians, I believe that is what they're called. They've been finding these blood clots in literally everybody that's been dying since 2020. Everyone, rather if they took the injection or not, they're finding these horrible looking blood clots. And it's not blood clots, they move. They are doing exactly what he's saying. They're magnets that's from all of the metals that we've been breathing in over the past couple years. And for the people who took in the vaccine, you got a straight dose of heavy metals and what is looking like nanites into your body to be assembled to do just that, clot your blood so that you pass away. It's clotting the blood in different areas of the body and creating all of these different diseases that he's stating. And then that's what we have to learn, that all of these diseases, it's just clotting of the blood because of the things that we've been partaking in and eating. We have to make a change and we have to stop this mayhem from happening. Because this is like some Frankenstein monsters. I can't even, like, my voice shakes, like, really understand. Like, I really hope you all are grasping the seriousness of what he's saying. Because this is insane.
You see where I'm going with this? This needs to be stopped.
Yes,
People
now.
need to raise their voice and the awareness and say, hey, we're not going to put up with it.
And as it lights up, right? Another example. Imagine when this weapon, because this is a weapon. Imagine when it's lit up and it's lit over a state or two or three like it is right now. What if they had the capacity to pull it, right? Like it was a rubber band, like it was elastic, right? And when they pulled it and then let it go, it acted just like a rubber band and it smacks the ground. Because right now, all of this is happening in the atmosphere. And we are having, you know what I'm saying, the effects of it. But the higher you go, the more the radiation is. But imagine it repels back down like a rubber band and hits the ground, right? Hits those states that, you know what I'm saying, you pulled above it. The effects that it will have based off of what the science is saying. You know what I'm saying? People aren't just making this up. This is what the current science is saying is what's happening. If that was to hit the ground, the effect that it will have on the structures and the people here is exactly what happened in Hawaii last August. It's a weapon. Where all of the metals that's in our bodies, when it reverbs down and hits us, people will literally disintegrate. Is that why all of those people are missing in Hawaii? So many of them got just disintegrated. Except for all of the buildings with the blue roofs, right? What color is that? What color is that? That's blue, right? Is that why? Is that why? It's because it's matching the frequency of what's being done and shields from it. It can't harm itself. Is that why it's a video of Biden talking about the blue roofs in Hawaii and saying that they didn't burn? And then he said that they had to do something about that? Please wake up.
There is no good
begging
that can
you
be caused from irradiating half the country at night while they sleep. Each of these stations are 750 kilowatts.
Oh my goodness gracious.
All right. some of these fields are larger than the state themselves. Just to put this into perspective.
Literally.
And they're pulsing it in synchronized bursts from east to west. Now this can be used for weather modification.
Yes.
Well, but I've been watching this for years.
It's multiple purposes.
Like this. I've seen it starting with the eclipse.
Yep.
And each day it's getting a little bit more. And I'm wondering how people are doing in all these areas close to these towers. How many heart attacks and strokes and other issues are happening that we're not hearing about.
Or it's being labeled something else.
I just thought I'd share this information. It'd be nice if we could make it stop.
Yes, it would. I would be very, very thankful if we could all, some capacity, learn to drop our differences and see this organization for what it really is and stop it. Or the alternative is that we die. I know this was a lot, and there's a lot more to come. I hope you guys tune in. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe up. I think we are at 40 subscribers on our way to 100. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I drop a video here. And with that being said, King Marcel out. Peace.
When the pain grows, anything goes. Devil is alive, looking for the prize. That's eternal life. And bringing the things in my mind. I'm talking real peace of mind. That's something money.